Hi, just doing a video of my STGU Patrol 2011 zd30. I got the motor rebuilt. Yeah, I took it on sand, had all the factory gear on it, and it ended up heating a lot of heat, and then that transferred into the head and cracked it. I drove around with it like that for ages until I got the motor rebuilt. I should have just bought a crate motor because it actually cost me more. So you know, that's a lesson. But seems to be going all right. Does leak a little bit of oil around the sump there, but yeah, seems to get, other than that, seems to be going fine. The factory dual clutch in it was slipping, so I replaced it with the heavy duty, but after the mods I had to change it again, buy another clutch. I installed it. I brought one from Terrain Tamer. I went 4 hours west of Melbourne. It wasn't the right one, so I had to come back. Then I had to source another one. Eventually I found the right one, and then went back out there and installed it. And yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I took it to HPF. They installed a G Turbo 260 red wheel and 30 plus injectors and dynoed it. Took 2 days off, Thursday, Friday, and they said there was a problem with the actuator, so they sent it back over the weekend and come back Monday, a new one. And they hooked it up and dyno and yeah, done everything, and ended up with 220 horsepower and 750 newton meters. But it's making a loud noise. I didn't know much about, turbos then, and thought it was fine. 5 or 6 months later, yeah, like it stopped working. There was no boost pressure or anything, and found out, I eventually sent it away to G Turbo for them to diagnose it, and they come back, everything inside was melted. The actuator and inside the turbo itself. So I had to get it rebuilt, and they sent it back to me, and we found out that the problem was with the airline to the actuator on the turbo. This here wasn't hooked up. It was hooked, it just wasn't hooked up, so the computer or the car couldn't control the boost and all of that. So so it wasn't getting the right pressure in the actuator. We made sure that it was hooked up properly this time, and everything seems to be awesome now, and it's making, like, there's no noise, it's just all the suction out of the snorkel, which is awesome. It sounds awesome. I got a 3-inch exhaust. That cost me $700, stainless steel, cheap bit of gear. Apex 4-inch snorkel, airbox, airpod, and 3-inch pot. Awesome gear. The guys at Apex, I recommend them. They're probably the cheapest out there. There's sales, kits like these. And they do an awesome job too. that's a good mod, and the 3-inch, and plus a intercooler to keep down the mods, I mean the EGTs, and gauges, you know, to keep an eye on everything, so you don't end up, you know, what I went through. Yeah, so the air pod, it just sucks so much air, more air. Got a catch can. I got a secondary fuel filter that I've still got in store. ARB bull bar, King's 9-inch bodies, and winch. Haven't hooked them up yet, but that's in the pipeline. Mega Life battery, lithium. It's got a reserve on it, so if the battery goes flat, push the button, start it up. I've done that once. Yeah, just saves a lot of hassle. Costs a lot, but plus I haven't got a dual battery. It's got 80 amps, you can use all of that. I've got a solar panel up there, so I've still got to hook up that, and the unit inside that controls it all. And inside the rooftop tent, there's a panel and light in there, so yeah, I still got to hook up that stuff. Yeah, I recommend the Mega Life battery. The rocket cover and the scoop, water comes in there, and where the injectors are, the water just sits there, and then it builds up, you know, gunk or whatever, and then it gets in between the seals, and then it eventually the oil starts leaking out of there. So I've had to replace the rocket cover. It's not cheap, you just can't buy the seals, you got to buy the whole rocket cover. And to stop that from happening again, I cut out some white plastic and put it inside the scoop and elastic it, and it seems to be working good. Oh, I got a PDI intercooler. I installed that. It's a bit of mucking around, takes a lot of time, but worth the effort. I think that's it in the engine bay. Inside, we've got Alpine radio. It's got reverse camera, all the latest stuff, Apple CarPlay, digital radio. I love it, especially on those long trips. GME, UHF radio, King's scan tool, awesome gear, cheap, and yeah, easy to install. Red arc gauges, boost, EGTs, and water temps. Yeah, I'll give you a look at the back. King's drawers, Waco fridge. I installed the drawers. Takes a little bit of time, but easy to install. Motop rooftop tent, and awning, 170 awning. There's a smaller one than that, the Motop, but you can't leave your blankets and pillows in there, and hasn't got a, I don't know if it's got a light or not, but it hasn't got a panel in there, so I opted for the bigger one. I'm not too sure if I should have, but you know, with weight distribution and all that, but yeah, too late now. This is the medium one, the width. They recommended it, so yeah, so looks good. You know, it's not too big, too small, it's just right. I got BP 52 shocks on it and a 2-inch raise from ARB. I don't know if you can see in there, it's pretty dark, but yeah, awesome. Rides alright. Yeah, so I'll be able to do a bit of stuff, probably not hardcore, but you know, I'll be able to get out of trouble or get into trouble or whatever. I've got a winch as soon as I hook it up, so you know, I'm not going to push it that hard. I just want to, you know, have a little bit of fun and get out there. So yeah, this rig should be able to do it. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a journey for me, but yeah, happy. I probably spent a bit too much, but oh well, that happens. Rightio, well, we'll leave it there, and we might see you on the next one, and hopefully you have a good time out there, and yeah, we might even see you. Rightio.